Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fluent English Journey, the place where you can improve your English while learning useful life skills. I am very happy to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me. No matter where you are at home, in the car, or on a walk, I want you to feel relaxed and ready to learn something that can really help you in your daily life. Remember, learning English is like coding a program. You take it one word at a time, one step at a time. If you keep going, little by little, you will see progress. This podcast is made especially for English learners like you. I speak slowly and clearly. I use simple words and easy grammar so that you can listen and understand without stress. You can use this time to practice listening, learn new words, and even repeat some parts to practice speaking. So let's grow together, not just in English, but also in life. Today, we are going to talk about overthinking and how to stop it. Many people overthink every day, even without realizing it. What is overthinking? Overthinking means thinking too much. You think again and again, but you do not find a solution. Your mind goes in circles. You may think about something that happened yesterday or worry about something that might happen tomorrow. Overthinking can make you tired, sad, or afraid to take action. It is a big problem for many people around the world. Overthinking can make you feel stuck. It can stop you from doing important things. For example, maybe you want to speak English, but you keep thinking, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts stop you from trying. This is what overthinking does. It makes you afraid to move forward. Why do people overthink? People overthink because they want to be perfect or they are afraid of making mistakes. Sometimes people worry too much about what others think. Other times, they just feel anxious about the future. Examples of overthinking. Thinking about the past. Imagine you said something in class or in a meeting. After that, you keep thinking, did I say the right thing? Did I sound stupid? What if others are laughing at me? You think about it again and again for hours or even days. The event is over, but your brain keeps worrying. Thinking about the future. Imagine you have a job interview or an English speaking test tomorrow. You might think, what if I forget everything? What if I cannot answer the questions? What if I fail? These thoughts do not help. They only make you more nervous. Overthinking makes it hard to stay calm and focus. It can happen in many situations at school, at work, or even at home. How to stop overthinking? In this episode, I will give you some simple tips to stop overthinking. You can use them every day. I will also share a short story to help you understand better. My goal is to help you feel calm, confident, and in control of your thoughts. So, if you are ready, let's begin this journey together. Get comfortable. Take a deep breath. Let's learn how to stop overthinking, step by step, word by word, right here on Fluent English Journey. At school, you might overthink about exams or homework. You worry about getting the best grade or making a mistake. At work, you might overthink a task your boss gave you. You check your work again and again, asking yourself, is it good enough? What if they don't like it? Overthinking can also happen in relationships. For example, maybe your friend didn't reply to your message. You start thinking, did I do something wrong? Are they upset with me? Often, they are just busy, but your brain creates many scary possibilities. When you overthink, you don't feel good. You feel tired, confused, and sometimes even scared. Your mind feels heavy, like you are running in a circle and cannot stop. You want to relax, but your thoughts keep moving like a machine that never stops. It becomes hard to make decisions because your mind asks too many what-if questions. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I make the wrong choice? Overthinking is very common. Students, workers, parents, and even teachers experience it. But just because it is common doesn't mean it is helpful. Overthinking does not solve problems, it only makes you more worried. Think of your brain like a smartphone. When you open too many apps at the same time, the phone becomes slow or freezes, right? It needs rest or a reset. Your brain works the same way. When you think too much, your mental energy becomes low. You feel tired, stressed, and slow. Overthinking uses a lot of your brain power but gives no useful result. It is like running on a treadmill. You keep moving but don't go anywhere. Overthinking affects many parts of life. It makes simple decisions feel difficult. It can lead to stress and anxiety. Often, it keeps people stuck in the past or worried about the future, making it hard to enjoy the present moment. In daily life, overthinking can cause problems in relationships. You might worry if you said the right thing or if the other person is upset. This can lead to misunderstandings or unnecessary arguments. At work or school, overthinking can stop you from taking action. You may delay tasks or avoid decisions because you are afraid of making mistakes. Overthinking also affects your health. It can cause sleepless nights because your mind is too busy. It can create tension in your body, leaving you physically tired. Constant stress can lower your confidence and make you feel overwhelmed. The key to stopping overthinking is learning to focus on the present moment and take things one step at a time. By noticing when overthinking is taking control, you can start to change your thinking and live a more peaceful, balanced life. Now, take a moment to reflect. Do you sometimes think about the same problem again and again? Do you feel afraid to act because you don't know what will happen? If yes, you are not alone. Many people feel this way. The good news is you can learn to stop overthinking. The first step is understanding what overthinking really is and how it affects your mind and body. Once you understand it, you can start to take control of your thoughts. So now that we know what overthinking is, let's ask an important question. Why do people overthink? Why do we keep thinking too much, even when we don't want to? The truth is, there are many reasons, and most of them come from inside us, from our fears, habits, and past experiences. 1. Fear of failure. One big reason people overthink is fear of failure. Many people are afraid of making mistakes. They want to do everything perfectly and don't want to fail. So, they keep thinking again and again before making a decision. For example, imagine a student who has to give a short presentation in English class. Instead of preparing and practicing, the student keeps thinking, what if I forget my words? What if people laugh at me? What if I fail in front of everyone? These thoughts don't help the student. They only make them more nervous. Fear of failure can stop people from trying new things or taking important steps in life. 2. Lack of confidence. Another reason is low confidence. When we don't believe in ourselves, we overthink. We feel unsure and keep asking ourselves, am I doing the right thing? Should I say this? Should I do that? For example, imagine someone is writing an email to their boss. They finish it, but then read it again and again. They rewrite sentences and check it multiple times before sending. Why? Because they are not confident and are afraid of making a mistake. Overthinking is often an attempt to avoid mistakes, but it usually makes life harder. 3. The desire to be perfect. Many people overthink because they want everything to be perfect. Perfection may sound good, but it can cause a lot of stress. When you want everything perfect, you never feel satisfied. For example, a young artist draws a picture. It looks nice, but the artist is not happy. They keep changing small parts again and again. They are never satisfied. This is overthinking caused by the need to be perfect. In real life, nothing is perfect, and that's okay. Trying to be perfect only brings more stress. 4. Worrying about the future. Another reason is worrying about things that haven't happened yet. People imagine what could go wrong and feel afraid. For example, a woman wants to apply for a new job. She thinks, what if I don't pass the interview? What if I get the job but I don't like it? What if I fail? These thoughts make her afraid, so she does nothing. Overthinking stops her even before she tries. All these causes fear of failure, low confidence, wanting perfection, and worrying about the future are very common. You might have felt one of them today or this week. These thoughts come from a good place. They mean you want to do well and be safe. But they don't help you grow. Overthinking keeps you stuck. The good news is, once you understand why you overthink, you can start to stop it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need all the answers. You just need to take small steps forward, even when your mind is full of questions. In the next part of this podcast, we will talk about simple and powerful ways to stop overthinking and take action. Now, let's explore how overthinking affects you and why it is so important to deal with it. How overthinking affects your life. Now that we know what overthinking is and why it happens, let's talk about how it affects you, your body, and your daily life. You might not notice it at first, but overthinking can impact your life in many ways. 1. Overthinking makes you tired. Even if your body is not working hard, your mind is. When you keep thinking again and again about the same thing, your brain gets exhausted. It's like a machine running all day without rest. Have you ever gone to bed but couldn't sleep because your mind was full of thoughts? You felt tired but couldn't relax. That is the power of overthinking. It takes your energy and gives nothing back. 2. Overthinking makes you sad or anxious. When you think too much, your brain often focuses on negative things. You imagine all the things that could go wrong. Even if nothing bad has happened, you already feel worried. For example, maybe someone didn't reply to your message. You start thinking, did I do something wrong? Are they angry? Are they ignoring me? These thoughts can make you upset, even if the person is just busy. Overthinking can make small problems feel much bigger than they really are. 3. Overthinking shows in your mind and body. Mentally, overthinkers can't stop thinking about the same things. They worry about the past or the future, like conversations they had or things that might happen. Physically, overthinking can cause stress in your body. You might feel tension in your shoulders or neck. Headaches, stomach aches, or feeling restless are common. Your mind is always busy with worry, making it hard to relax or sleep. 4. Overthinking makes decision-making hard. Overthinking can make simple decisions feel very difficult. You might spend too much time thinking about small things, like what to wear or what to eat, and still feel unsure. You may ask others for advice but remain worried. Sometimes, overthinkers avoid social situations because they fear being judged or saying something wrong. This can make them feel stuck and unable to move forward or enjoy the present moment. 5. Overthinking blocks action. Overthinking can stop you from doing things. You think too much and end up not moving. For example, you want to answer a question in your English class, but you think, what if I'm wrong? What if people laugh at me? In the end, you stay quiet. Maybe you want to call a friend, but you overthink what to say and never call. Overthinking can steal opportunities, big and small. You might have a great idea but never act on it because you are unsure. You might wait too long to reply to a message and then feel awkward to respond. 6. Overthinking lowers confidence. When you only think and don't act, your self-confidence decreases. You start to doubt yourself more and believe you are not good enough. You might feel like something bad will always happen, but often, that is just your mind playing tricks. So let me ask you, how many times have you stopped yourself from doing something because of overthinking? How many chances have you missed? How often do you feel tired, stressed, or confused because your thoughts just won't stop? These questions are important because recognizing the effects of overthinking is the first step to changing it. How to stop overthinking? Easy and simple tips. The truth is, overthinking doesn't protect you. It doesn't help you. It only makes life harder. It takes away your peace and makes you feel stuck, like you are walking in a circle. But don't worry, you can break this cycle. Now, let's talk about simple and powerful tips to stop overthinking. Remember, overthinking is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. Here are 5 easy tips that can help you feel calmer, more focused, and free in your mind. Tip 1. Focus on the present. This tip is very important. Overthinking usually happens when we think too much about the past or the future. We worry about things that already happened or things that might happen later. But the only moment we can control is right now. For example, if you are at school and start worrying about a test tomorrow, stop. Focus on what you are doing at this moment. Maybe you are listening to a lesson or talking to a friend. Take a deep breath and bring your mind back to the present. Ask yourself, what can I do right now? Focusing on the present helps your mind feel calmer. Right now is all you need to think about. Pause for a moment. Notice what you are doing. If your mind is wandering, gently bring it back to the present. Tip 2. Write down your thoughts. When your mind is full of worries, it can feel messy and heavy. Writing down your thoughts can help you organize your mind and see things more clearly. For example, if you are worried about a decision, write it down. Ask yourself questions like, why am I worried? What is the worst that could happen? Writing helps you understand your thoughts and stops them from controlling you. It's a simple but powerful trick. Try this now. Take a few seconds and write down something that is on your mind. What is making you overthink? See how writing helps you feel more organized and calm. Tip 3. Take action, even small steps. Overthinking often happens because we get stuck. We think a lot but do nothing. The key is to take action, even if it's small. Small steps can break the cycle of overthinking and build your confidence. For example, if you are worried about a big project at school or work, don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start with a small task. It could be writing an outline, doing some research, organizing your notes. Once you start, you will feel better. Remember, even small steps move you forward. Taking action is the best way to stop overthinking. More tips to stop overthinking. Now, let's take a small pause. Think about something you have been putting off because of overthinking. What small step can you take today? Maybe it's just opening your notebook or writing the first line of an email. Start now, no matter how small. Tip 4. Talk to someone. Sometimes, overthinking happens because we keep everything inside. Talking to someone you trust can help you see things differently. Sharing your thoughts can release pressure and make your worries feel lighter. For example, if you're unsure about an important decision, talk to a friend or family member. They might not have all the answers, but they can help you think more clearly. Often, just talking can show you that your worries aren't as big as they seem. Think about someone you can talk to. Is there a friend or family member who can help you with your thoughts? Call or message them today. Talking really helps. Tip 5. Don't try to be perfect. Perfectionism is one of the biggest reasons people overthink. We want everything to be just right. But the truth is, nothing is perfect, and that's okay. For example, imagine you are working on an English essay. You keep reading it again and again, changing small things, but it never feels perfect. Instead of chasing perfection, just focus on finishing the task. You can always improve later. Remember, done is better than perfect. Taking action is more important than staying stuck in your head. Think about something you've been trying to make perfect. How can you focus on finishing it instead? Can you complete it today? Progress is always more important than perfection. Summary of the 5 tips. Focus on the present. Stay in the moment and stop worrying about the past or future. Write down your thoughts. Organize your worries and see them clearly. Take small actions. Even little steps can break the cycle of overthinking. Talk to someone. Sharing your thoughts can help you feel lighter and calmer. Stop trying to be perfect. Focus on progress, not perfection. You don't have to do everything at once. Start with one tip and practice it every day. Slowly, overthinking will lose its power over you. A short story, Anna's journey. Let me share a story about a young woman named Anna. Anna was an overthinker, Whether it was school, work, or relationships, she would spend hours worrying about what could go wrong and if she was making the right choices. This made her feel tired, stressed, and unhappy. One day, Anna was preparing for an important job interview at a marketing company. She really wanted this job. But instead of focusing on the interview, she spent the whole night thinking about every possible thing that could go wrong. What if I don't know the answers? What if I forget what to say? What if they don't like me? By the morning, Anna was exhausted, stressed, and very anxious. Her overthinking had stolen her peace of mind before the interview even began. Anna's story: how she stopped overthinking. Anna knew she needed to stop overthinking, but she wasn't sure how. Then she remembered some of the tips we discussed in this podcast and decided to try them. Step 1. Focus on the present. Instead of imagining everything that could go wrong in her upcoming interview, Anna focused on what she could control right now. She took a few deep breaths and reminded herself, "Right now, I'm just preparing. That's all I need to do." She practiced answers to common interview questions and read about the company. By staying present, Anna felt calmer and more ready. Step 2. Write down her thoughts. Anna realized she was worrying too much about all the what-ifs. She grabbed a notebook and wrote down every thought. What if I forget my answers? What if they don't like me? After writing, she looked at each worry carefully. Most were just fears, not facts. Writing helped her see that her worries weren't as big as she had imagined. Step 3. Take small actions. Instead of sitting and feeling overwhelmed, Anna took small steps she could control. She prepared her outfit for the interview, reviewed the job description, practiced introducing herself. Even though she felt nervous, taking action helped her feel more confident and less anxious. Each small step made her feel stronger. Step 4. Talk to someone. Anna called her best friend, Sarah, and shared her worries. Sarah listened and reassured her. "Anna, you've prepared for this. You're going to do great. Don't worry about the little things, just be yourself." Talking to someone helped Anna release pressure. She felt supported and realized she wasn't alone in her thoughts. Step 5. Stop trying to be perfect. Anna had been stressing about answering every question perfectly, but she realized that perfectionism was causing more stress. Instead, she reminded herself, "It's okay to make mistakes. I just need to do my best." This simple thought helped her relax and stop worrying about being flawless. The day of the interview. On the interview day, Anna felt nervous but not trapped in her thoughts. She had used the tips to stay calm, focus on the present, and take control of her emotions. She walked in confident, ready, and composed. Afterward, Anna reflected on her experience. She was proud of herself. Yes, she had moments of nervousness, but she had successfully stopped overthinking and faced the challenge with confidence. And the best part? Anna got the job. The lesson from Anna's story. Anna's story shows that overthinking doesn't have to control you. By using simple steps like focusing on the present, writing down your worries, taking small actions, talking to someone, letting go of perfection, you can stop overthinking and start living with more peace and confidence. Remember, it's not about never feeling nervous or unsure. It's about taking control of your mind, step by step, and moving forward even when your thoughts try to hold you back. Recap and final thoughts. How to stop overthinking. Just like Anna, you can take control of your thoughts and your life. Today, we learned how overthinking affects us and practical steps to stop it. Let's quickly recap the key tips that can help you break the cycle of overthinking and live more peacefully. 1. Focus on the present. Instead of worrying about what might happen in the future, bring your attention to the moment you are in right now. Focus on what you can control at this moment, not things that haven't happened yet. 2. Write down your thoughts. When your mind feels overwhelmed, take a moment to write down your worries. Seeing your thoughts on paper helps you understand them better and puts them in perspective. Writing clears your mind and makes your worries feel smaller. 3. Take action, even small steps. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Taking even small steps toward your goal can help you feel more in control and reduce anxiety. Every small action counts. 4. Talk to someone. Share your thoughts with a friend or family member. Talking about your worries can help you see them more clearly and often provides support and perspective. You don't have to face everything alone. 5. Don't try to be perfect. Perfection is unrealistic. Instead, focus on doing your best and learning from your mistakes. It's okay if everything isn't perfect right away. Progress is more important than perfection. These 5 tips are simple, but they can make a huge difference in how you deal with overthinking. The key takeaway is, overthinking doesn't help. It only makes life harder. When you focus on the present, take small actions, talk to others, and let go of perfection, you gain control over your thoughts. This helps you feel calmer, reduce anxiety, and make clearer decisions. Why is it so important to stop overthinking? Overthinking drains your energy, creates unnecessary stress, and can stop you from taking action. It keeps you stuck in your mind, worrying about things that haven't happened. But when you stop overthinking, you free yourself from these worries. You gain more control over your thoughts, live more peacefully, and move forward with confidence. One small step today. You don't have to do everything at once. Try just one small step today. Maybe focus on the present when you start to feel anxious. Or write down your thoughts when they start to feel overwhelming. Even this small action can help you see how powerful these simple steps are. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast on how to stop overthinking. Remember, overthinking doesn't control you. You control your thoughts. Take it step by step, and slowly, you will feel calmer, more confident, and ready to face any challenge. Closing remarks. I hope you found today's episode helpful and that you're feeling a little more confident in managing your thoughts. Remember, it's completely normal to have moments of worry or doubt. The key is learning how to manage them so they don't take over your life. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to listen again whenever you need a reminder on how to stop overthinking. And if you know someone who could benefit from this podcast, please share it with them. Let's help more people live with less stress and more peace of mind. Thank you for tuning in to Fluent English Journey. I can't wait to have you join me for the next episode, where we'll continue exploring practical ways to improve your English and life skills. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if these tips were helpful, share this episode with friends or family who might benefit. You can also leave a review or comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Your support really means a lot. Remember, take small steps every day toward a more peaceful mind and a clearer path. You've got this. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.